Hey everybody, my name is Jen from Homestead How. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to cook a steak. That is right, I'm going to show you. I have maybe cooked a steak twice in my life. I've never cooked it on a grill before, so I'm very excited to show you guys. I'm going to give you 5 tips by the end of this video that you are going to master and learn from me, from the Master Carrie who is behind the video camera. Kind of learn with me as we go along. Today I'm using meat from ButcherBox. I will leave some really awesome coupon codes in the description below, so make sure you look for that. But let's get started. I need to get my charcoal going. I have some dogs coming to be picked up in the dog kennel, so I gotta watch that. So what I'm doing right now is basically I'm going to be putting some paper and charcoal in here. What is this called, Carrie? We
call this the charcoal chimney, okay. And some of my friends told me about this because I used to use that junk down there, lighter fluid, which is bad. So there's a couple ways to do this. I'm going to kind of teach Jen how to do this so she can do it in the future.
Yeah.
Crumple a little newspaper up. A lot of people will put it under it. I just put it right in there. Make it, there, that's it. That's all you need.
That's it? All
yeah, because you want room for charcoal.
Okay.
Now, Jen, the other thing is we can cook with charcoal like those. Can you grab some of those? I can show them.
Yes.
We could cook with these charcoal briquettes, if you will, or you can cook with hardwood lumps. And this is what I learned when I went to Bill Knott's house. I'm so clueless, I never used this before. This is just wood that, it's charcoal. It's charcoal lumps.
Really?
Show them one.
Oh, wow.
And I love this stuff ever since we went to Bill Knott's house in Alaska and filmed him, because the last time I tested this, this gets way hotter. I like to cook my steaks low and slow, smoke them, and then sear them hot and fast. These steaks we're gonna just sear, we're not smoking them, and we can get a nice hot cook with this lump charcoal. And we just got this at Costco. The chimney.
How full do you do it? Just whatever?
All the way, as much as you can. Yeah, get your hands kind of messy.
Yeah.
That's good. That's getting good bacteria on your hands, and that goes in your system and it feeds your gut bacteria. Yep, okay, now you wanna light the bottom. Okay, gotcha. So I got a lighter down there. Use the, not the pink one. Oh, I knew she was gonna grab the pink one. This one's like a little mini torch. We just got that from the hardware store. It's like a little torch. It gets a little hotter.
It, yeah.
Okay, so lift that up.
Lift it up.
See the newspaper underneath it? There's little holes down there.
Watch your fingers.
And let it go for a little bit just to make sure it gets going really good. And this is amazing. Like, Jen, I thought this would be a big pain in the butt. You got to do this charcoal chimney whole thing. It gets so hot and it's like a couple minutes. It's so easy. And the alternate method is to pour chemicals all over it, lighter fluid, which is dangerous.
Burn your hands.
And then you taste those chemicals. So you got the smoke going. Now just set it on the cement down there. I got a little spot. You can see where I did it last time. You let that go for a couple minutes. Then we're going to put it in here.
I'm going to use this guy, so you got to clean them out, right?
You got to dump it, yeah.
Oh boy.
So take,
my hands
I got these little
dirty.
tongs out here, or you can use your hands if
My hands are dirty already.
Don't care. Set that off to the side.
You don't care.
See, the thing is, Jen, you want to clean this thing out because it's got this insert, and there's old charcoal in there, and then there's a hole. It's all about airflow. So we get air through there, and then we can get air on the top of this. And the more air you let in, the hotter the fire will get. But if there's a bunch of old charcoal in there, you're going to block the airflow.
Okay, so really quick, because I'm an Amazon influencer, we'll list this stuff down below, right?
This is our London Sunshine Kamado style grill. It's ceramic, and I love this thing, and I'm not just saying that, but we'll have a link in the description because everyone always asks, where did you get that thing? We got it on Amazon.
Okay, so
there's the old junk, and you can see there's holes in there, and there's holes in the side, and you're blocking some of the airflow. So I actually, speaking of holes, I have a hole over there that my buddy Ray, fellow carnivore, dug that hole, and I've been filling it up with ash. You can also brush your teeth with the ash if you'd like. There's a little insert in there that'll probably fall out, or did you hold on to it?
Nope, I actually saw it. Let's see.
Yeah, that stays in there, it'll fall out otherwise.
My hands are dirty already.
That's all right, that's good gut bacteria.
There's a bigger...
Did you know, Jen, you have gut bacteria? And that stuff you touch affects your gut?
I learned that.
This is the hole, that's a good question. This has to go in the front to coincide with that, otherwise you won't get the airflow in there. If you put it in backwards, you're not going to get any airflow, and it's going to starve it, and then you're not going to get a nice hot fire. All right, good job. Wasn't that fun?
So we just got to let that keep going until it gets hot, right?
We got to let that go. See, it's smoking. Yeah. Pretty soon you'll see flames coming out of it. So just let her do her thing.
All right, cool.
You can put this, then once you put that charcoal in here, which we'll do as the next step, we put the grate on afterwards, and then I clean the grate off real good with this, but I wait till it's on there because then it gets nice and hot, it gets the grease off. Jen, one of the other things we want to teach is how to cook a steak if you don't have a thermometer. The best advice I can give you is cook to temperature, not time. There's a lot of websites that'll say cook for 8 minutes and flip. You should really use a thermometer, and they have Bluetooth instant read thermometers. I don't use that anymore because I'm a professional. I'm going to teach you another trick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, stick your hand out. Touch right here with your other finger. Okay, Ray doesn't want you to touch there. Touch right there one more time. Okay, now feel that, how tight it is?
Yeah.
It's not really tight, is it?
No.
Now touch that steak right there, that's raw. That's our ButcherBox steak. Feels like almost exactly the same, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Okay, that is raw. Now put your hand back down. Now do the OK symbol. Now touch it again so we can see it, you're blocking it. Okay, right there. What does that feel like?
Yeah.
No, do this OK symbol.
I know, I'm feeling the difference.
That's raw, and that's rare. Right there,
Okay.
the first finger is rare.
Sure.
Now, how I like my steak cooked, this is easy for you to remember. You just use your middle finger. Put your middle finger and touch it. Now touch it.
Okay.
That is medium rare. That's how I like my
Yeah.
steak cooked.
Okay.
You feel it?
Yep.
So when you're cooking the steak, you can touch it while it's cooking, and you feel that, oh, that's medium rare. Okay, now do the next finger. That is medium.
Okay.
And then the last one is the forbidden. You should never cook it that
The
way.
one that I like.
Yeah, how tight is that?
It's really hard.
It's because you're completely ruined the steak and you've overcooked it. But that is
how I
well
like
done.
it, though.
That is well done.
That's completely different. Obviously, you want to use a thermometer, but if you don't have one and you can kind of just test it yourself and you're not worried about it, just use the finger test and kind of see if that works. But it's always recommended that you use a thermometer.
All right, you
But-
ready to cook these steaks?
Yes. So, did you show them? Can we show
Yeah,
them?
show them the steaks.
All right, so there's these two. The strip steaks, this is from ButcherBox. This is what they look like. They come really nicely packaged. So if you just wanted to use one, you could rip this off, save the other one, put it in the freezer, put it in the fridge for later, whatever you want. All right, so now I think this is hot enough. You can see before I pick it up that there actually is a yellow hue on that, so it is definitely hot.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yes, it is.
Put the grate back on.
And my hands are still dirty, so I'm not worried about it. So we're gonna put the grate on. And then we're gonna clean it. So you just take one of these little guys and give it a good scrubbing. Gotta get a better knife next time. All right, so we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna show you a couple things on here that Carrie was telling me. So this is nice because you can tell the temperature. The temperature should be higher than that. Down here is where the air can come out, so you can blow into that and make the heat rise up on here. And then you got this top part where you can close this too.
Bring it
So
back, sir.
we're gonna, he's waiting for his food. We're gonna wait a couple minutes and then we're gonna test this and show you. Again, you're gonna use the tester here or you're gonna use your thermometer. I would actually suggest both. Use your thermometer and then get used to the feeling of here so that you can kind of gauge it from there. So in conclusion, my first tip for you guys is make sure you get good quality meat. My second tip is don't use propane. You want to use charcoal. We have lump charcoal, and do not use lighter fluid. So my third tip for you guys is pick up a charcoal chimney. That thing is a lifesaver. Instead of staying here and waiting for your stuff to get hot.
Or dousing a bunch of lighter fluid all over it.
Right, or dousing lighter fluid on it. That is a lifesaver. So definitely pick up one of those. Number 4, very important, cook to temperature, not time. You could go on a website and it could say 5 minutes per steak. Well, every steak is different on the thickness and the thinness of it and what kind of steak it is. So make sure that you do that. It's very important. My last tip, number 5, is get yourself a really good cutting table and also a rack. You want it like this. You want to be able to put your meat on here and let it rest. It's going to keep all those delicious juices inside of there. So do not just have the temptation to cut into it right away. Let it rest and let it sit on something high up like that.
Look at that sizzle. Oh yeah, those are gonna be good.
It smells delicious. I love it that it's not propane, that you're not, not smelling anything. This you guys can't smell it, but you can actually smell this and it smells delicious.
That wood has a different smell than the charcoal.
I was just gonna say that, it really does, it does.
And that imparts flavor onto the steak.
Yeah. Shout out to Bill Knott for letting Carrie know about that. The lump charcoal, it works a lot better and it lights up a lot quicker as well.
Okay, we don't want to overcook these. Now give them a little touch test.
It's gonna be hot.
You're a carnivore, it doesn't matter.
It's a little hard.
Now,
So you like it like this.
is that close?
That's about it. Maybe a little bit more.
No, I think you're right. That's what I felt too. Pull them off.
Okay.
And the thing is, they'll still cook right now. So you're gonna pull them off and put them on a rack.
All right.
Today's video is brought to you by ButcherBox. There is a link in the description below. They have awesome free offers. Their meat is grass-fed, grass-finished, and the reason we promote it, I'd prefer you go get meat from your local independent farmer, but a lot of people can't do that. You can go on ButcherBox's website, you can order it. They have lots of promos like get free meat for 1 year. Right now they got free ribeyes for a year, which is my favorite cut of steak. The offers change from time to time, but there's a link in the description below. If you use our link, you can get those free steaks for a year. They'll deliver them to your house.
"100% grass-fed and grass-finished, certified humane and globally animal partnership certified, never given antibiotics or added hormones ever." So these have been resting for the last 10 minutes. It's up high because our chickens see it and they really want it. But you can see how the rack really helps. It keeps all the juices in.
So here's our ButcherBox strip steak. Love the salt. Oh yeah, perfect. That's a nice medium rare. You did it. Jen, you did it. Are you gonna do this for me all the time now? My only thing that I complain about on carnivore is I cook all the time now. When I did breakfast, you'd cook me eggs, but she really makes me steak, so every meal I'm cooking.
I've never cooked steak, so yeah.
It's nice to have someone else. You take the steak, you dip it in the salt. You see?
Yes.
Look at Baxter's ready too.
He wants it. Bexy, you want some?
All right, let's see if Jen did it right or not.
Oh, I got a foot stamping instead of...
That's my new move. I don't do this as much anymore.
Thank God.
It is really good. Really, 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 really good. And the thing that I like about this is grass-fed, grass-finished. Why is that important? Because you get the good omegas. Usually though, when a lot of people eat grass-fed, grass-finished for the first time, they don't like it because it has some weird sort of gamey taste. This does not. You can't taste, it just tastes like a regular, I couldn't even tell the difference. Oh, that is good. So we'll leave a link for this too. I use this Malden sea salt. I love this stuff.